Hi, I hope all is well wherever you are. I'm doing well. So, today I wanted to talk about plasma donation. I came across plasma donation while I was scrolling through debt freedom content. I'm about to embark on that journey, and one of the ways of increasing income was plasma donation, which, to tell you the truth, like I didn't even know that was a thing. I know you donate blood and you get like movie tickets and trinkets and stuff for that, but I did not know you can get paid for donating plasma. I wasn't aware. So I looked up the donor centers around me. I found one that was pretty close, and they had a new donation, what's the word? Thingy majig going for new donors where you get $650 for your first 8 donations. And I was like, okay, doesn't sound too bad. And I'm not afraid of needles or anything. So I booked the appointment. I got up early that morning. I had me a huge smoothie and protein rich smoothie and a piece of fruit. And then I went on to my appointment. Check in with a breeze. I was only there for an hour. I ended up not being able to donate. But check in with the breeze. I waited and then I got weighed, my blood pressure checked, my temperature checked, my height checked. And then she went to prick my finger to get my levels. And my hematocrit, it came back red for 37% in the range. I mean, they're very strict about it because it was 1% low below the average that you can donate within. So that center's range was 38 to 49%. Your levels had to fall in between those numbers. And my number came in at 37%. So I got the little card from the nurse lady saying, we can't allow you to donate today, but, read over this information and try again tomorrow or whatnot. And the card she gave me was like, eat leafy greens, like eat iron rich foods. And I took it into stride. I mean, I was like, okay, you came out here, you tried, it didn't work out. But I remember years ago when I was, my primary care person, doctor was Dr. Mary. And I remember a conversation that I had with her about my blood work back then, because before I was with Dr. Mary, my previous doctor had me on iron for iron deficiency anemia. And I had been taking iron on and off for years. Then I got under Dr. Mary. When I got under Dr. Mary's service, I don't believe I was taking iron anymore. And she had me do blood work one year, and she was like, something was a little funky or whatnot. So she had me come back in and do a like complete iron panel. And I did that, and she was like, well, those numbers came back normal. And again, at the time I wasn't taking iron at the time. And my iron levels came back normal. So she looked into it some more, did some more investigating, and then she called me and she told me, I had 2 traits. I had the sickle cell anemia trait, and I had another trait called thalassemia. I think I'm saying that right. 2 traits that can be very fatal if children were created with another person with those traits. So we had the whole talk about, if you ever consider having kids, you really should get genetic counseling, because these traits in children can be fatal, the whole nine. she was telling me, like, you should really consider genetic counseling if you ever want to have children in the future, which I don't, still don't. So I kept that in the back of my mind. I didn't worry too much about it because, again, I wasn't with anybody. I don't even think I was active. And I definitely had no children on the brain to even consider passing traits to. So I didn't worry about it. And it was also good to know that I did not have an iron issue. So I really don't require to take iron supplements. The last doctor didn't go that deep into my blood work to be able to discover that, like the next doctor did. And so she was telling me, like, with me having those traits, my blood levels will be low. They will naturally be low. There's nothing I can do to boost them or anything. That is just the way my blood works. That's just what it is. So those traits can cause my blood cells to mimic iron deficiency. And I remember that I ended up like having that thought sitting in the parking lot as I was getting ready to leave the donation center. So I was like, dang, so I probably wouldn't be able to donate plasma because I would likely get a low reading regardless of eating leafy greens, eating an iron-rich diet, protein-rich diet. I will likely get a low reading. So now the other part of this was I did go into this. I did make the appointment fresh off a menstrual cycle, which, our bodies need time to re-regulate themselves post period. Now, I could try again, and I do intend to. I do intend to try again, because this first time I went, I did go post menstrual cycle, and the next time I want to go when I am in a totally different phase of the entire menstrual cycle, and try again that way, because they may have played together to where my reading was below the parameters needed to donate. Being fresh off a cycle and having too small blood cells due to those two traits. And so then when I go and try again, I want to see what the level would be just dealing with the traits and not the traits plus coming off of my period. And that's the thing I want to see, just to either confirm that I can still donate with the traits, or plasma donation is absolutely just not feasible for me if I'm unable to reach those parameters. Because I feel like I could get in there. It was 1%. I mean, one. Like, it had to be 38 to 49, and I came in at 37. So I'm like, it's possible, Brandy. It's possible. So the next set of the next holiday break that we get, I will try at least one more time. But yeah, that was my experience attempting to donate plasma for the first time, and I will give it one more shot before I call it, because I can't change that. It is what it is. But I'm glad I tried, though. I mean, I'm not afraid of needles. I have donated blood before in the past, and it is a win-win. I mean, you're compensated and you're helping people in the long run. Don't get me started about, big pharma, the healthcare system, and all that, all that. That'll be a whole different conversation. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about that experience. And yeah, but I feel fine. And all is well. I will see you around.